All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. From the moment Heather died on The Young and the Restless, it was clear that there was something more than Sharon's mental breakdown going on in Genoa City. We certainly weren't expecting that something to be Ian and Jordan teaming up for revenge by swapping crimes in a twist on the famous film, Strangers on a Train, though. But hey, we were willing to hop on board this particular train because the show could certainly do a lot worse than paying homage to an Alfred Hitchcock film. At the end of the day, though, Ian may have wanted to follow the movie a bit closer than he had when he hatched this whole scheme and sprung Jordan from jail. Because the whole point of Strangers on a Train is that the two men who are supposed to swap murders are, as the title suggests, quite literal strangers who meet on the titular train with absolutely no connection to each other. It comes about because a psychopath recognizes a famous tennis star going through a messy divorce and proposes an idea for both of them to get away with murder. That's it. And while on the surface, Ian and Jordan's plan is a version of Hitchcock's famous movie with the two swapping crimes, it doesn't take a whole lot of digging to see how flawed their basic premise is. For one thing, once folks start looking into what's really going on and who's actually behind everything, it shouldn't take too much time to narrow down the list of suspects to those with a vendetta against the Newmans, the resources to pull it off, and who are still alive to do it. And the villain's shared hatred of the Newman family is just the start. If the dude didn't want any connections between each other, it was probably a bad idea to shack up in a hotel room together. In Strangers on a Train, Guy and Bruno meet on the train, then go their separate ways. They don't spend the entire film living together and planning out their every move. Then there's the fact that Ian got Jordan out of jail by pulling some strings, which is the definition of an incriminating connection. No matter how well he thinks he may have covered his trail, that alone is a fatal flaw built into their plan right from the start. All someone has to do is figure that little tidbit out, and it's game over for them. And while we're at it, the plan didn't work out so hot in Strangers on a Train either, so even if they had gotten it right, chances are this all would have fallen apart anyway.